Welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to show you guys a few recipes that I like to prep food through the week so I don't have to cook every single morning. I hate that as a busy mom. I'm going to start with just a simple homemade granola. This is a mango lemon granola. I just thought the flavors would go well, and honestly I couldn't find dried blueberries. So I have the chopped dried mango already sitting in here. Then I have slivered almonds and 2 cups of oats. I recently got into homemaking granola just because the store-bought can be kind of pricey, hard to find gluten-free, and then when it is gluten-free, it's so much more expensive, so I just don't love dealing with that. So I'm just adding a dash of vanilla, a bit of honey. I'm sorry guys, I didn't measure anything out, but you just do it to whatever tastes good. Then I go ahead and melt the coconut oil in the microwave just because it makes it easier to spread around. And here's a sprinkle of salt. It was a little too salty, so maybe not this much. And here's me going ahead to zest a lemon in probably a really wrong way, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just, stay-home mom trying to make some good food. Then just give this a good stir. Make sure everything is pretty well incorporated. It's all kind of damp. I have a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. I'm going ahead and spreading this out into just like an even layer. This bakes at 300 for 30 minutes and you stir it 15 minutes in. This is a finished product. Next are some healthy pancakes that I get to sneak some greens in for my daughter who's super picky about her foods right now. She's 2. Moms, you know how it is. I cannot get her to eat a vegetable unless it's like orange or soft. So this is the way I get these in for her. My daughter actually started calling these cookies. I thought that was so cute. So I'm just adding spinach, zucchini, however much of both of those you want to add, it doesn't matter. Then there's some cocoa powder and oats, like about a cup of oats. I do like to add chia seeds and flax seeds into my mixture. That's not really necessary for anything. I just think the extra nutrients help out. I'll take them where I can get them. Then I go ahead and just add some honey. Maple syrup would work too, but I just have honey on hand. And I completely forgot about the banana situation when I was making these, so here's me just like throwing one in as I remembered, but sometimes I add more than that. And I'm using 3 eggs today, but I've used as many as 4. I've used as little as 2. It doesn't really matter a whole lot, but I do appreciate the extra protein that gets thrown in. I'm adding about a cup of whole milk because it kind of needs some liquid to be able to blend. It's kind of a beast to blend up. You do have to use like a spoon or something to stir it around manually. I've got my cast iron skillet set to medium heat with butter in the skillet. Yes, it's smoking. I don't know what I did wrong. It's okay. So anyways, I'm adding all the pancake batter into the pan and it really cooks fast, so you have to watch it. I was using this spatula that is not the best and trying to film this with one hand. So, it went a little rough, but normally it's fine. They're not so hard to maneuver or anything. They do stick a little bit. That's why I recommend some grease or butter or whatever you've got. The end result kind of resembles a muffin. It's a little bit wet, but it stores okay. I put chocolate chips in them. My daughter loves it. She had this plate of 4 of them, and then she ate them all and asked for more. And she found me recording, so here's her saying cookie. And the last thing I prepped was this loaf of bread. It's supposed to be a good sandwich bread, but honestly, I messed up the recipe twice. Not my best work. The first time I tried it, I accidentally added like way too much flour. And I had never done that before, but I misread the recipe and added like 300 grams above what I was supposed to add. Oh my goodness. It was just some big chunky mess. Oh, I was so disappointed. I'd never had to throw away my dough before. This is the new batch I created afterwards when I realized how messed up my first one was. But then I accidentally messed this one up too by adding the flour and the milk together before the milk could dissolve the sugar and the salt. So it kind of affected the rise and the texture, and it just was kind of more dense instead of like pillowy and soft. I have other reels that I've posted of me accomplishing this recipe a lot better than I did twice this day. You can go and check them out and see more detailed instructions as well. I started making this sandwich bread for my husband because he eats sandwiches pretty often, and I don't love the ingredients that are coming in store-bought sandwich bread, especially when you check out these ingredients in the recipes online and it's only like 5 or 6 and the store-bought bread has like 20. So I just thought, why not make it? Now, I've been having fun making my own bread and doing my own thing inside my home, but it is a little bit more of a challenge time-wise, mental effort. If you have kids like I do, you kind of have to schedule it around naps or, playtime, bath time, lunchtime. So there is definitely a little bit more effort that goes into it. We're not super crazy about having everything made at home, but we do obviously enjoy it. But the reality is that we just can't be relying on homemade goods all the time. There are times that we are caught off guard, we're out at other people's houses, we're at the pool enjoying our summer. Well, then we're not always having homemade goods. I find that's where striking up a balance is really important, where I'm trying to get nutrient dense, good ingredients in my body and my family's body most of the day. But if there's a time of the day for a sweet treat or a good surprise, we'll take that too. Anyway, so here's the finished product of the loaf that was a little bit funky. Let me know in the comments what you think I should meal prep next for my family.